Hello and welcome, Reds. Thank you very much for tuning in for our post-match reaction show. If you're joining the show live, make sure you do get your comments in the comment section below. Anyway, we'll be reading through out every single one of them. But my thoughts: Liverpool capped off the start of their Group D fixture against Ajax in the Amsterdam Arena. A very comfortable 1-0 win. It was a very Tagliafico, the Argentinian left back, scoring an own goal 35 minutes into the game, everyone. But there's going to be a load of shouts. But I think for me, there's only one person really for me. My man of the match, it's got to be Fabinho. I felt he had a phenomenal performance. Obviously, he has played centre-back this season, but it's relayed some hope, really. It's give a lot of Liverpool fans, I think everyone let us know your thoughts. It's got to give a lot of Liverpool fans a lot of hope in playing centre-back. The performance of which he put in anyway, obviously, he played there against Bayern Munich anyway and kept Lewandowski quiet when we did win the Champions League a couple of seasons back anyway. But he's a phenomenal player. He's very capable of playing centre-back. And it was just a breath of fresh air to just have him there, because we have been worrying, obviously, Virgil van Dijk being out for a very long period of time. But the performance in which the whole back line put in tonight. But first off, we've just got to say Fabinho's performance was absolutely phenomenal. Dave, get in, lads. Dave, let's get Dave's comment there as well. Get in, Reds. Nice one, lads. And then Tony, the hero, that clearance was right. It wasn't too bad, was it, Tony? It was a phenomenal clearance. How many times have we seen a couple of it's usually James Milner getting on the line anyway, clearing it. But yeah, as I said, Tony, it was phenomenal clearance. That just added to the fantastic performance in which he put in. He didn't really put a foot wrong. It was, everyone let us at home, let us know your thoughts on Liverpool adapting a lower block, really. It wasn't the high line that we've seen against, obviously, like saying Aston Villa anyway. But it was a lot more deeper line, especially I think that you could see Liverpool will adapt that role, especially in European competitions. Obviously, Ajax, a very good attacking side anyway. We've seen in their run-up into the semi-finals when we won the Champions League. It would have been an amazing final if we played Ajax, but we got Spurs anyway. But they are a fantastic, well-drilled side anyway from Den Haag. Been playing fantastic football, but it was very different for Ajax. I've got to say that, everyone. I think obviously you would have expected Liverpool to have a lot more possession, but Ajax are a very possession-based football side as well. So it was a bit not normal for them to play against the Liverpool side, who usually more than not do dominate the possession of the football anyway, but it was very even split. Let's shoot over to the stats, really, in terms of, let's get them up here. Let us all know your thoughts on, obviously, you can see from the stats there, Liverpool dominating the shots as well. 16 shots to Liverpool to Ajax's 12 shots on goal. Ajax registering 5 shots on target to Liverpool 6 shots. And as we were mentioning there, the possession from both sides, Liverpool registering just a bit more, obviously 2% over to 52% to Ajax's 48. Really, in terms of team lineup as well, obviously this is how Liverpool did line up in the first half anyway, everyone. Obviously, Adrian in goal, he had a fantastic performance. I felt he done very well. I know there was an opportunity. There was a time when it was like it was given offside anyway, but it looked like it was onside really. But and you got Trent playing right back as well. Fabinho filling in centre back. Gomez, Robinson, Milner, Gini Wijnaldum, Curtis Jones, Salah, Firmino, and Mane as well. So let me know your thoughts on that. Obviously, there was a whole raft of changes, wasn't there, from Jurgen Klopp's side anyway. He brought Jota, Minamino, and Shaqiri on. And Dave said, so let me know your thoughts on the triple substitution by Jurgen Klopp anyway. A huge confident boost going forward. Clean sheet also absolutely spot on there, Dave. It's great to get a clean sheet in Europe anyway, but he was kind of just we kind of just counter attack. Yeah, definitely, Tony, we did. Let's get to Jurgen Klopp's quotes now as well. Coming off the back of the BT game anyway. Where's that one? There we go. Obviously, Jurgen Klopp, it was good enough to win the game. That was what you needed. Both teams could play better football at the moment. It was wild. The pitch was deep and muddy. 3 days ago, it looked completely different, and in training yesterday, it looked different. But we did not take our chances, which was a shame. Ajax had a big one which hit the post when you were 1-0 up anyway. Those things can happen. But overall, I'm happy with the game. It was not sunshine football anyway. We won 3 points and we got it. And obviously on the Fabinho clearance, this is from obviously Jurgen Klopp, everyone. So on Fabinho's goal on clearance, I don't know how it happens in the beginning. That's a good example of how the boys did it today. It was not perfect, but they fought brilliantly. I really like the fresh legs up front. Jordan, the medical staff told me he could go on 90 minutes, but he did well. Williams, when he come on, played non-league football last year, and now he's playing some Champions League football. And that was a moment for him. Some nice stories. 3 points. Shaqiri was lively, and Takimi Minamino was unbelievable. He is like a machine. He helps when you can make 5 chances anyway. So they're Jurgen Klopp's comments as well anyway, everyone. So let me know your thoughts on Jurgen Klopp's performance. It was a great individual performance by Liverpool, made up that the Reds absolutely got all 3 points anyway, but getting the mighty Reds. Got a shout out for Fabinho. Henderson, when he did come on, he really set the tempo of the game, grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck anyway, just hushy, harried Ajax's. Let's quickly get to Ajax's team anyway. Just talk about some of their players anyway. Neres? Neres, obviously the winger. I felt he played very well. He's a very tricky customer, the Brazilian as well. Obviously, Kudos, he went off injured anyway. I think he got replaced by Quincy Promes, the attacking Dutch attacking midfielders anyway. Tagliafico, Southampton man anyway. They are missing obviously the big players like De Jong and Donny van der Beek anyway. But the young lads, Schurz at centre back anyway. He's a carbon copy of obviously they said on BT of De Ligt. But I was very impressed with him. Obviously, Tagliafico getting the goal, getting lads. It was a great goal for him anyway. It was a bit of a mad game anyway. But I think Mane and Firmino and Salah, I think it was great to see them get a bit of a rest, because I think Jurgen Klopp knew straight away when he took all 3 of them off. Looked like it was already agreed. It wasn't a mad tactical switch by Jurgen. It was agreed, obviously, in the lead up to the game that the lads would play 60 minutes in the game and then just bring on, obviously, the lads that we mentioned anyway. The Ajax centre-back looked like De Ligt wasn't too bad. Tony, we just mentioned there, mate, he had a couple of 40-yard pingers, didn't he? Tried to catch Al-Adrian off the line anyway. He's been better. He would be better than Kabak for me. Tony, he would be interesting. Ajax Academy have been absolutely amazing over the last couple of years and really turning out talent. I think obviously they like to the Portuguese sides, and obviously Ajax have got a history of producing some of the world's greatest ever footballers, and they're going to be continuing to do that. So should we give Phillips a chance? Be interesting, Tony. You never know, mate. It'd be very interesting. He had his little cameo tonight, as Jurgen said then in his post-match quotes. He was playing non-league football last season anyway, so bit of a jump into the European competition, but it gave him a lot of confidence. If we were in the shoes of that lad, just having a little brief cameo at the back end of that game, really, and seeing out the result, which was great, that gave him a whole world of good anyway, and a lot build his confidence going into this coming season, because you never know. The injuries could crop up anyway, a lot more injuries, and then you're relying on the young players, and Jurgen Klopp does believe in his players. Curtis Jones, I've not mentioned him tonight. He was one of his very first starts in the Champions League anyway. I felt he had to. Everyone let us know your thoughts on Curtis Jones' performance. He's in on the world's best 45, but I think that a lot of that did come down to nerves, obviously, in playing one of his very first Champions League appearances. I think anyone would be very nervous, and I think Gini could have done a bit more, really, in helping him settle in the first 20, 30 minutes of that game anyway. The ball was pinging in and around the field anyway, but let me know your thoughts on that. Curtis Jones, Wijnaldum, absolutely phenomenal performance at the back end of that game anyway. him, like, I think we were pushing for the second goal, counter-attacking football, but would have liked to have got a second goal anyway, would have calmed the nerves. But it was a fantastic season anyway, a fantastic game anyway. But let's get to Nat Phillips. Oh yes, Phillips, the guy was only struck hard. Yeah, definitely, mate. Reece and Nat as well, both of them very good young players. Anyway, Tony, I think both of them will get a lot of opportunities this season, mate. As I mentioned, you never know what could happen with injuries. There will be needing a lot more change in terms of the starting 11. So freshen up of players. I think we will see a lot of rotation, especially in Europe and not just the Premier League as well. So spot on, Tony. Yeah, I'll be interested. I'd love to see both of them play, mate. Obviously, it was great to see Reece Williams get at the back end of that game a little couple of minutes anyway. But let me know your thoughts, Reds. Thank you very much for every single one of you that has tuned in on obviously the post-match reaction show. Not many of you is in tonight, but obviously you're very, very busy anyway. It's 11 o'clock. I would have tried to come on a bit earlier, everyone, but apologies. I was having trouble with the internet anyway. But everyone, thank you for every single one of you. Tony, Dave as well, and everyone at home, thank you for tuning in. Absolute legends. I will be having a video out tomorrow, but let me know your thoughts on all that. But Reds, Liverpool are top of Group D anyway. A lot of positive signs tonight that we've mentioned, and if you're watching this video once it's been uploaded, or make sure you do get your comments in, and we'll feature them in tomorrow's live video anyway. So thank you very much, Reds. Keep safe, keep well, everyone, and you'll never walk alone. Cheers, lads.